Right, so let's get to the last little problem that you will need to solve, because I don't want to solve it. It's a problem that lies on your side, not mine. Let's say you're busy working on your handle and you decide to save really early on, as you should, and you say you save. I'm going to have to save as because so you've called it handle because you don't have time and you're busy. Okay, so handle, and you've got it in your location, and then you say make drawing from parts. I'm going to say no. Right. And then you fill in your front view, top view, left view, and you do your dimensioning and everything else. And then you say file save. And we're now obviously going to, I think we might have to say save as. Let's just see. Okay, so you're going to save it as the same name. So you're going to call it handle one solid draw because you don't have time, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then you shut everything down. All right. So this is where my two files are. There's the handle one and handle two. Now you want to rename them because you are required to by me. So you go to your PDF file and you drag select. Okay, Control C, and then you can rename. So in Windows Explorer, which doesn't want to work for me at the moment, you would obviously find rename, and then, oh, it doesn't want to do it, so I'll just have to do it. Let's try that again. Okay, so you drop that in, which is very, very good. I like it. That's the way you should do it. And so I'm going to shorten this a little bit. It should give me your full name, but to shorten things, I'm going to call it like that. Control copy. Let's just get rid of this other. Right, so that's that one. And then you rename this one as well. So okay, so you've got, we don't need that one, do we? Delete that one and rename it. Okay, so you've got these two, and now you send them to me, and let's see what happens when you send them to me, because what you've done now is you've changed the name of this one outside of SolidWorks and that one outside of SolidWorks. Renaming that one outside of SolidWorks on its own is not a problem, but if you rename this one outside of SolidWorks, there is a problem, and I'll show you how it works. So here's SolidWorks open. So I would normally have this open to one side. Okay, then I would just drop this in. It's the same as opening it. Okay, so there it opens, right? And then go back to this, and then you're going to drop that in, and then we're going to get this error message, and I've got 10 seconds to see what's going on. So we're down to 6 seconds. Whatever I can see in that 10 seconds, if you've zoomed into some spot, I'm going to spot nothing. That's as much as I can mark. That's as much as I see. So I have a look quickly. I'm not going to go looking for those files. I'm not going to go re-establishing links. None of that. That's your job. So how do we solve this? Okay, so I'm going to close this one. So don't save. What you can do is, on your side, there are a few ways of doing this. Let's just close that one as well. I'm going to leave that open. If you've renamed this one, then open it again by dropping it into SolidWorks and browse for file before everything shuts down, and find that file that you based it on. So that's that one there. Okay, then it'll update everything and it'll save everything. Then you can send it to me, because let's just try that again. Let's save all. So you must just check yourselves to see that this works. Right, so all you need to do is drop this one in. That's fine. If it doesn't give you that warning message, you're okay. If it does, you must go and reestablish that link. So it's only the solid draw file that's a problem on the renaming side, not the part file. That's how the link works. The other way you can do this is you can open SolidWorks Explorer and do it inside there. Or actually there's a third way. Let me show you that. Let's say you open this one instead, and now you say file pack and go. What SolidWorks will do is it'll go find all of the files associated with that one that you want in any case. And if you'd renamed this one incorrectly, that one there, right? You can rename it here. You can double click on, let's just see which is that, what's that one there, and you can rename it inside here. So let's say revision 2, and say okay. In fact, I'm going to rename them both just to show you how this works. So double click on this one. And then there's an added bonus in this. Instead of giving me those two models, give me a zip file. You're going to have to do this in any case in the future. So find the space where you want to do it so you can browse. You can go to wherever your file is. Let's say that's where mine is. And I want to... Has that done it? Yes, it has. Okay, so you're going to save as a zip file. Save it as a zip file. Now, you can go to the zip file, and the beauty of the zip file is that you don't have to open anything. You don't have to unextract it. You can just click on this, the zip file. So you can just double click. Sorry. Okay. And then double click the next one. And it'll say outdated sheets, but if they connect without that warning message, you know you're okay, regardless of what the name is. All right. So hopefully that helps. Test whatever you do, whether it's a zip file or the other way that I've shown you. Test it. Test it. Make sure that it's right before you send it to me. These are, you can also rename from within your pzip. If you've got pzip, I'm not sure if the other ones work the same. You click once and you click again, and then you'll get this dialog box, and you can rename it. So let's say 2 there, and same thing here. Click once, click twice, dialog box, rename it. Right. Then as always, just check. So click on this once, twice. So that's the execution file, and that's to execute the file, and then the other one is to, so there's that one, and then that, so that bit there is to open the actual file, and that bit there is to rename. So if I double click on this, oh, so okay, so we got a problem with this one. As you can see, it does not like that. So obviously, I might be able to browse for file and go into. No, I'm not going to be able to. All right, so that's not a good idea. Don't save. So perhaps don't rename them inside here. In fact, what it's going to mean is that you can't rename the... let's see, if we rename this one back to what it was, that's the secret. Don't rename it outside of SolidWorks. You can rename that one the solid draw file, but you cannot rename the solid part file. Let's double click and see if this works. Okay, so there, that one works fine. That one also works fine. So that's the secret, is just do not rename the source file. You can rename the derived file, that's the other one, but obviously I want to make these exactly the same. You'd rather get it right. All right, thank you very much for watching. Cheers.